Hello, welcome back to Truth Seekers Tea. My name is Kate, and I am thankful, as always, to have you here for today's pick a card reading. Our reading is going to be looking at what is currently going on in your love life and what is going to be changing within the next few months. So we're going to be getting guidance for you, as well as hoping to sort out any confusion, or really looking at what is meant for you within your love life right now, what's going to grow and what's going to fall away, and what new is coming for you within your love life. So I have 3 piles for you to choose from. For pile 1, we have the blue calcite crystal with the Ask the Witch tarot. For pile 2, we have the radiant tarot with the black obsidian crystal. And for pile 3, we have the Apparition Tarot with the clear quartz heart. So take whatever time you need to figure out which pile you're feeling called to. We will be doing an energy check-in because we're looking at what the current energy around your love life is right now. So hopefully that will be a good gauge as to whether or not you pick the right pile. So just go with the one that you're feeling the most drawn to, and I advise not overthinking it if you can try to do that. So I will have the timestamps linked down below, and I'll be starting with pile 1. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited for today's reading, so let's get into it. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the blue calcite crystal and the Ask the Witch tarot, then this is going to be your reading about what's currently going on within your love life and what's changing within the next 3 months, what you can expect from your love life 3 months-ish from now, or the next few months. All right. Okay, so for pile 1, what's the current energy of pile 1's love life? What is pile 1 currently experiencing within their love life? All right, we have the 6 of Wands, the 5 of Cups coming out first. And these cards do have a slight bend to them, but I love these cards, so I'm just going to use them anyways. What's going on in pile 1's love life? Temperance in reverse. Okay, I'm getting that I feel like you may be in a dynamic right now with someone, or altogether within your love life, where there's a push and pull dynamic. Like sometimes you feel very much seen within your love life. You feel like you're getting the validation that you need, but then with the 5 of Cups here, I feel like it may vacillate in between those extremes, okay, in some sort of situation. Or maybe even like something seems like it's going to be going really well, and then it ends up not being what you thought it was going to be, or it could just be the same person. We also have the 3 of Cups here. Yeah, I feel like for you guys, I'm getting the energy pile 3. I feel like you're not currently in a super serious relationship. I'm getting that you may have one significant situationship that you're thinking about, or that's currently in your life. Or you may have had like multiple sort of flings with people, things like that. Like I feel like your current love life is about getting to know people, going on dates. And I feel like it's lacking a certain stability right now, or a certainty as to, you know, not having commitment necessarily with someone, but I feel like you're exploring, you know, in the world of dating or situationships, or maybe you just have one situationship, but that's kind of the overall energy I'm getting so far. We have Queen of Pentacles. The overall energy in pile 1's love life. Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you may also be feeling like you're in a time period in your life where you may be even getting more recognition in your work, or you may be feeling more financially stable. You may be laying roots somewhere, really been working on your career, and I feel like you're in this time period of being ready to open up to love, or have love be a little bit more serious with that Queen of Pentacles here. But you may be thrown off by the types of people that you've been in relationships with, or you may just be wondering, you know, when you're going to find something that sticks, something that's stable. Because yeah, we have the Ace of Wands here in reverse, when underneath Temperance in reverse. So you may be dealing with situations that start off really hot, and it seems like it's working out really well, and you get excited about it, and you feel seen again with that Six of Wands, and you feel like there's going to be victory, and then something happens where it's just like, you're almost feeling like, am I a fool in love? Or like, why am I reading these situations wrong? Like, yeah, there's kind of a feeling of that going on. Yeah, we have the Lovers here too. Cool. And then the Ace of Swords, yeah. It's like you want to like have clarity and understanding about, I feel like you're ready for a more deep relationship with someone, but I feel like recently it's kind of been evading you, or it's like there's been these ups and downs, and I feel like you're just like, you want something solid. With the Lovers here, it's like you don't just want to play around anymore. Like maybe that did work for you for a time period, but I feel like you're in this energy of wanting someone to be your other half, wanting to feel committed to that person, and not just wanting to play games and not just wanting to be in the shallow end. Yeah, and you may be feeling like you've been interacting with a lot of people that you have been feeling like maybe they're not as emotionally mature as you would have liked. And I feel like you may be feeling a little bit disappointed with your suitors and your options. Because I'm looking, sorry, I just had to put some chapstick on, but I'm looking at this Queen of Pentacles with this Page of Cups, and it's like, you know, you deserve better and you deserve more recognition, and basically it's almost like you're ready to level up. Like there's an energy of, okay, I'm kind of tired of this back and forth energy from people. I want to have clarity about what this person, like what these people want, you know, because I feel like there may have been a series of people that are in this Page of Cups energy where it's like they love to flirt and they love to have that beginning time that's very passionate. Maybe you've even hooked up with them or things like that, but then it just ends up being disappointing or not what you wanted. And it's maybe just getting a little bit frustrating in that regard too, because I feel like you're ready to be seen as someone's significant other, and someone that someone is dedicated to, someone that sees your value. That's what you're looking for. And I do feel like either there's a current person that is just not meeting that, or there may have been multiple people that you're just like, why does this keep happening to me? But either way, I'm kind of getting that it's been this up and down feeling. Get a sip of water as well. All right. And I feel like you just want more than that initial excitement, or you may be feeling tired of getting attached to people or having higher expectations from that beginning. And it's like you're wanting to find a relationship that is serious and not just playing around, you know? It's the current energy here. Yeah, we have the Gallery of Those Who Came Before in reverse. Yeah, I feel like that's almost like making me feel like there may have been multiple people where you feel like they're playing this kind of shallow, maybe more superficial dating game. And I feel like you're tired of fitting into that realm, or you're kind of tired of the dating world. Like I'm almost seeing someone who's like tired of a dating app and the people you keep finding on there. And it doesn't have to be specifically that, but it may just be your pool of people. You're just feeling like, I want someone to take me seriously. And so, yeah, I feel like you're looking for guidance and clarity to bring you towards, yeah. Then we also have Everything You Need Too Soon at the back of the deck here, which is making me feel like you're meeting these people that it's almost like you feel like they're not mature enough for you, or you feel like they meet you and maybe they put you on a pedestal and they love bomb you, or they really like getting attention from you, but then they're not actually committed, or they're not even ready for what you're ready for. And you're just like, how do I get out of that? Oh, and then also I wanted to mention what I just had seen. Predictions of growth. Yeah. And then someone soon. Is like there's this energy of waiting for a partner to come into your life that wants to grow with you and wants to be stable. And you don't want this back and forth energy. You don't want this up and down energy. It's like you're waiting for a situation that is fertile to grow. And that's why I feel like the Lovers is here. You're wanting someone that's ready to take love seriously. And you may just feel like people just keep slipping between your fingers, or you just may be feeling like, why am I attracting these types of people into my life? So yeah, very interesting. Okay, so I feel like that's a good overview of what your current love life is like. I am aware of either at least one person that's on your mind, or maybe past people. And there may have been a few of them. But yeah, now let's look at what your love life is going to be changing into in the next few months. And then we'll be getting guidance to see what Spirit has to say to help you manifest, you know, what you're looking for, what your goals are within love too. And how to kind of avoid these disappointments, you know. All right, what is Pile 1's love life going to be looking like in a few months from now? What is going to be changing? All right, in a few months from now, what is changing? What can we expect? Okay, we have the Empress here in reverse. 5 of Wands in reverse. You know what? I might zoom you guys in just a little bit more so you can see the cards a little better. Okay. Cool. We have the World in reverse. Okay. In the next few months, 9 of Wands in reverse, right? The 6 of Pentacles. I'll get into it. I'm just going to lay the cards down and then I will get into it. We have the Sun. The King of Wands. The Knight of Swords. 4 of Pentacles as well. Okay. So what I am picking up on is I feel like in a few months from now, your energy, you're getting even more, I'm not going to lie, you're getting even more fed up with not being given your worth, basically. Because you have the 6 of Pentacles here and the Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse for me can always talk about someone who, it's like you're in the phase where you're becoming more aware of your worth, and you know that because you're feeling more and more frustrated by not receiving your worth. And so it's almost like this preliminary stage before you learn how to attract in people who are going to see that, and you start reflecting on, what am I doing wrong? Like, why is this still happening? And with the World in reverse, it's like I see that this frustration is growing within you, because I feel like your current energy is almost like maybe for a while you were okay with the types of relationships that you were in, or maybe you were okay with like ones that were less dedicated. And I feel like now you're kind of like, oh, you know, I'm kind of like growing up. I'm kind of like getting more secure in myself, and I'm starting to see the difference between myself and the people that I just heard like a really weird whistle in my ear. That was kind of scary. But sorry, I'd like never heard that before when I was channeling. That was weird. But I do feel like with the 9 of Wands here, I feel like in reverse, that can talk about feeling like you're growing tired of having to fight for receiving what you deserve from people. And what I see is you honestly taking it into your own hands. And with the 4 of Pentacles here, I feel like you are going into this mode where you're like, I'm going to protect my energy because I'm tired of overgiving. I'm tired of feeling like my happiness comes at a high price, or like it's hard to receive that from other people. And I feel like you start realizing like you're tired of not having the same beliefs as other people, or having to almost argue for your worth, or argue for your points to be seen, and to be seen really with the Sun here. And I feel like the more that you kind of struggle with the people around you, or the people you may be involved with, trying to kind of fight with them on your worth and kind of like fight for what you want, it almost feels like it doesn't bring you, it's like impossible to negotiate with these people is how it feels. And I feel like with the Knight of Swords here, like there may honestly be some combative energy with the people around you as you're kind of stepping further into taking things into your own hands. And you may even be no longer willing to fight for certain situations where the other person isn't really showing that they're as dedicated to you. And so I feel like you're really stepping into your masculine energy and taking matters into your own hands, and kind of in a badass way. I'm not going to lie, with this Knight of Swords, this King of Wands, and this Sun, it's like there's this very masculine energy that I feel like is starting to blossom from your being fed up with not receiving your worth from people. And so I feel like there's this energy of you maybe kind of harshly putting in boundaries with people, really cutting people off with this Knight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. And I feel like with the King of Wands, you're like, if they're not going to do it, I'm going to go create it for myself then, because I'm tired of this chapter not ending. I want a new chapter, right? And so I feel like you're kind of understanding that certain people aren't really giving that to you, and you've been nothing but giving it to other people. You know what I'm getting to is like there's almost like this good cop, bad cop energy. It's like you've been in this like good cop energy where you've been like, okay, like maybe I'll just give them a little bit more, and maybe that will change things. I'll be a little bit nicer. Maybe that will help them understand my point, right? And then I feel like you're kind of going into this bad cop, which is like in the long run good for you though, because I feel like you're tired of trying to receive your happiness through always giving. You know, it's like I feel like you're always giving, and I feel like you're ready to. It's almost like you are combining your feminine and your masculine energy. And so I feel like you're in this energy of realizing maybe even that you want someone who is going to take charge. So it may not even be you stepping into this King of Wands energy. It may be you understanding that the types of people that you've been dating or interested in, it's like they've been forcing you to be the giver. And so you haven't been able to sit in your feminine energy, because the masculine energy is the energy that gives and the feminine receives. And I feel like you're tired of fighting to receive something, you know, and it's like you're tired of being the one that is doing that. So it's almost like an escalation. Yeah, we have no bull coming out. Yeah, you're coming into this phase where you're like, I am not accepting the same treatment that I was receiving, you know, like I'm like calling you out on this. And instead of playing the nice cop, I'm gonna stand up for myself. And maybe you're not used to that. We have shared tenderness. 3 months. In a few months from now, what's their love life looking like? We have the Heart Eater. Yeah. You're tired of taking on the burdens of your sadness and your pain on your own. Because the Heart Eater is someone who, instead of kind of delegating the blame in a way, like the Heart Eater can really blame themselves and take all of the weight of the lack of harmony on themselves. And so I almost feel like you are realizing that you deserve more kindness shown to you and more tenderness from the people that you're dating, or the person you're dating. And you're almost not willing to be the one who's taking on the burdens and fighting for either a certain connection, or it does feel like there's probably someone in your mind. Yeah, we have predictions of growth as well. And I feel like what Spirit is saying is this is all for your growth. And this is so you can sow the seeds of a situation that will grow into what you want. So I feel like you're making progress, I want to say, in the next 3 months, because you are starting to realize that you're tired of being the one who is really taking on the burdens of a connection. You're the one who's giving. You're the one who is taking on the burden, is what I'm getting, so other people can be happy. And it's like, when are you going to be happy? And I feel like you're tired of the lack of action from someone too. And I feel like you honestly may be giving up on a certain connection, or giving up on a certain mentality around love, or mentality around your approach to love. You're becoming much more protective of yourself. And so you're not taking on other people's burdens. Because there's kind of this energy of like, if they're not going to do it, then I'm going to have to. And I guess I'm just going to keep like accepting this sort of unfair dynamic in love. And I feel like you're kind of over that is what I would say. All right. What's going on in Pile 1's love life in the next 3 months? What energy are they going to be in? Yeah, storm fields. I'm hearing you're going to be raising hell, honestly. And I feel like you're just really not going to be accepting the same like BS from certain people. With storm fields, that reminds me of the 5 of Wands. And I feel like what Spirit is saying with the Sun here, you are finally going through like the difficulty of causing conflict to kind of say your point and say what you don't think is fair, and standing up for yourself so the Sun can come. Because the 5 of Wands talks sometimes about like it is difficult to be in chaos and having to have like arguments with people, or like really standing up for people, and then having that energy of fight or competition or butting heads, right? And I feel like you may have avoided that and always kind of just given. And I feel like with the Sun here, you're seeing how you kind of have to go down that route if you want to see change, okay? And yeah, and so I do feel like there is an energy of you taking things into your own hands, or standing up for yourself and standing up for the vision of what you want to create with the King of Wands. And I see you coming in and not being afraid to speak your mind, not being afraid to also to walk away, you know, because maybe in the past you kind of shied away from saying your points in a connection, or saying, you know, that you're tired of taking on the burden. Yeah, we have wishing well here. You're becoming more confident that if you put in the intention for what you want, you know, you can anticipate that it will come in, so long as you're staying in the energy of that. And with the Sun here, it's like you are kind of allowing there to be discord in your love life now to create a better future for yourself within love. So I do really see you raising hell here. I just saw intention also in reverse. And so I feel like there's this energy of no longer letting people's like unclear actions or unclear intentions be something that flies by you. Because I feel like you're getting very frustrated by certain people not making their good intentions clear to you, or you're tired of, yeah, experiencing that. Yeah, we have peace. Good. And I feel like you are going through sort of this, you're fighting for your own peace and your own happiness and your own personal, what you deserve. And I feel like it's been something that you've been waiting for, but then you're almost realizing you're going to be the hero here of your own story. It's like in order to get your peace, you realize you kind of have to speak up on things maybe that you haven't been yet. We have yin in reverse here. You're realizing you deserve peace. You deserve to receive. And with the message in a bottle in reverse, it's telling me that some of the things that maybe have been red flags around the people, you know, maybe that you've ignored, or kind of in the past, yeah, maybe you didn't take certain signs you were getting from people regarding their intentions super seriously. And it's like now you're not letting any of this fly. Yeah, with this no bull and this message in a bottle in reverse, it's like you're fighting for your peace and you're fighting for what you deserve in love. And so if you guys are currently in a relationship, I see this as you really not being afraid to say what you want regardless of the outcome, and you're prepared to risk this person not liking what you have to say, you know, and you're in this place of risking it because you know that you know what you deserve now, and you're just not really willing to like just take the burden of what you're not getting on yourself and not say anything about it, because you're ready to grow, you're ready for peace. And Spirit saying is applauding you in this, and they're applauding you and protecting your own energy first. What's going on in 3 months, Spirit? Yeah, but I definitely heard you're going to be raising hell. Very much without a concern. Yeah, we have boundaries and self-care, right? So you're putting in boundaries with people, you're fighting for your boundaries, and you're deciding to take care of yourself because you know you deserve peace. Yeah, and we also have endurance here too. And so I feel like you're enduring certain stages that usually in the past maybe would have been really hard for you, or like you maybe wanted to keep the peace or avoid. Actually, I feel like peace could also be here, is that you're kind of accepting that you're tired of ignoring red flags to keep the peace. I think that's also it. But I do see that you will be bringing more peace after this stage. But in 3 months from now, I don't see that it will be looking like it's peace, but you're no longer standing up, keeping up with things that are just like not right for you, not getting the love you deserve, accepting other people's excuses or BS, bad behavior, not meeting your needs, you're putting in boundaries, and you're taking care of yourself, because you know in the end that is going to be, you know, what brings you the most fulfillment, okay? Just move this down, which is beautiful. So I applaud you guys. I definitely applaud you, pile one. I am sure that these are the first steps of laying the groundwork for bringing in that connection that you're looking for. And we all have to go through, not all of us, but a lot of people who didn't use their masculine energy to protect their feminine energy will go through the stage where it's kind of like the villain era, where it's like, nope, I'm not going to be keeping the peace. I'm not going to be listening to your viewpoint because, you know, like it's just sort of an energy of taking your own masculine energy seriously and not being walked over by other people too. So I'm seriously so addicted to these little decks. All right, Love Yourself Edition. I'm gonna use this. I want to see what energy you're stepping away from and what energy you're welcoming into your life. For pile one, a few months from now. Beautiful. I forgive myself for thinking that I need an apology to validate the way I feel before I'm allowed to move forward. I choose to believe that although my perspective is not shared by all, the way I feel is legitimate and it is safe to move on without proof. Yeah, and you may have relied on this person. You may have been waiting for their apology, and you may have been waiting for them to come in with something to make you feel better or something to like validate you. But I feel like you're stepping into your own validation. And I feel like you're becoming more independent of needing this person to agree with your point of view in order for you to feel validated and speaking up for yourself, honestly, which is so awesome. I'm so happy for you guys. And then also beautiful at the back of the deck, it says, I forgive myself for thinking that no one cares to hear what I have to say. I choose to believe that I have within me a powerful innate wisdom and I am capable of creating loving impact through both my words and actions. Yeah. Yeah. And you may have just doubted yourself or doubted what you have to say matters or how much you matter. And that's why I love to see this self-care, because I feel like you're growing within your self-love here, which is beautiful. And you're no longer willing to turn a blind eye to things that you know aren't right. You know, the things that don't make you feel good. Beautiful. I love this reading for you guys. Okay, I'm going to now get some advice for you from Spirit about your love life and whatever Spirit really wants you to hear. But you're already being applauded, by the way. You're already making the necessary changes so you can manifest a balanced relationship, you know, a relationship that's fair. And so I do feel like for some of you, you may be in a relationship or you may be in a situationship, you know, where you're asking for more and the person isn't really caring about what you're saying. And it's like you're no longer relying on that person validating what you're saying in order to feel good in saying it. All right, what advice do we have for pile one? What energy do we want to continue in here? Okay. It says keeping up immense effort advance. Yeah, what Spirit is saying is they know this is going to be a stressful time period, or they know that this is kind of draining on you. But there's also this energy of not giving up on these changes that you're implementing. And even when you feel like it's been too much work or it's just been too overwhelming, this is the card where it's like, sometimes Spirit will be like, take a step back, you're working too hard. It's like Spirit's like, no, keep going because you're really close. You're really, really close. And I think that's why that 9 of Wands may have been there in reverse, because you may be starting to feel a little bit depleted by this sort of intense energy that you may be going through. And Spirit's saying, it's worth it, keep going. And then at the back of the deck, we have becoming braver, resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. And Spirit is just applauding you in continuing to grow within your courage, grow within your self-conviction, and grow within the understanding that you matter and what you need in a relationship matters. And if someone else isn't going to validate that, that's more of a reflection of them than the truth of what you actually deserve. And there's a need to feel confident in that and to feel sure, you know, that it's worth it. So there's a lot of theme about resilience and keep going, because you are strong enough to keep going with this change that you're kind of change of pace that you're creating. We have the all-knower in reverse. Predictions of growth, beautiful, because they're saying it's gonna, you've gotten this 3 times now. And Spirit is saying there's a plan for you within this with the all-knower, and keep trusting in the process, because you are sowing the seeds of a different future, one that I really feel is going to be what you wanted. We also have restlessness. And so I feel like Spirit is acknowledging that this is going to be a little bit of a difficult time period for you, because it's a time period of growth. And so if we're not feeling uncomfortable in our lives, it's usually because we're really not pushing ourselves, you know, to grow in the way that being comfortable is overrated, you know. You'll be very thankful to yourself that you are allowing discomfort to happen, because you are so convicted in your truth and what you deserve, you know. What other advice we have for pile 1? Yeah, you see clearly, clairvoyance. Beautiful. That's why the all-knower came up, actually, is what I'm getting. So Spirit is trying to also say that don't ever doubt your intuition, and don't ever doubt your importance or your intelligence. That's why the all-knower is here. Spirit's saying keep following your intuition and keep validating your strength as a person, and your strength, your feminine strength, and know that you are not crazy. You are very on point with your assessments of other people and yourself. And Spirit wants to validate that. What else for pile 1? Be your true self. Yeah. And Spirit's saying it's time to, and the signs are with you already, a time for Spirit. You're very much in tune with Spirit at the moment. Keep following the signs. Keep doing whatever it takes, whatever hardship comes through being authentic is worth it. And Spirit's saying to not dim your light, to not give in to anyone trying to make you small or make you feel like what you're saying or what your point is not valid, because I feel like there are people around you that may be pushing that onto you. And Spirit's saying keep going, you know, keep going. You're transforming right now, so you can attract a relationship with someone who is in alignment with your authenticity and your true self. What else does pile 1 need to hear? Okay, so we have deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. And so Spirit's saying, okay, because I was getting the message, they're like, don't rest, because that's not the case. But Spirit's saying there will be time for rest, and you will have time to recuperate your energy. But I feel like Spirit's saying, understand that the hard work you're doing for yourself is worth it, but also if someone is draining your energy, to make sure that you are pulling back from that, but do not relent, don't allow your energy to be sucked by other people. And if that's something that's draining you, that's something that you need rest from. But I feel like when it comes to this journey of pushing for your point of view and yourself to be honored and respected and loved, they're saying don't we know you're tired. We know you're tired is kind of a message coming through too. But they're saying keep going, because it's going to be worth it. I feel like you're going to be manifesting something really amazing too. So it says align your life, what is not aligned or needs to change. And then the crumbling, what are you clinging onto? Yeah. So this is a hard time period for you, because you're stepping into your authenticity, and there's a need to release attachment to whatever is not serving your authentic self and your authentic truth. And there's a need to let it go. Just let it go. And if you can, we acknowledge it's hard. We acknowledge it's difficult and it's draining, but it's really your path and what's going to make you, yeah, I'm going to take this one as well. It's really going to bring you so much happiness. It's not just so much happiness. It is an abundance of happiness. When we start to align our life with our truth and your higher self too. So we also have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. And I feel like you are very much in tune with spirit and sort of the movement that is going on earth. And I feel like spirit's saying, you seeding the light, you are becoming more stable within your divine truth, your divine light, and you're laying the foundation for much more loving relationships that reflect your truth in the future. And it's like you're laying the foundation for that right now, so keep going because it will be worth it. And you will have time to rest, because what I'm getting is like you're at like a 9 of Wands right now, and it's like you're going to go to a 10 of Wands and you're going to feel that's going to be time to lay down the burdens, right? But I feel like you just have a little bit more to push through, and then you'll start seeing what you've been wanting, and you'll start seeing how the work you're doing is going to bring in. You're going to be rewarded is what spirit is saying, but there's still a little bit more of a push. Okay. Because spirit may be feeling like, maybe saying that right now you are already feeling tired, or you're already feeling tired of it. And it's like, oh, like in the 3 more months, like I'm still going to be dealing with this. The spirit's saying, keep going. It's worth it. It is your destiny. Don't give up. You will have time to rest. Okay. But keep going. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Pile 1. Thank you so much for listening to this reading. I really appreciate having you here and your support. If it did resonate, please do hit the like button. It just supports my channel a lot, and I really appreciate it. So thank you. Leave a comment if you want to, and make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any of my future pick a card readings if you enjoyed this one. So have a great rest of your day, and yeah, keep doing your thing. You're doing awesome. Hello, pile 2. If you chose the Black Obsidian Crystal and the Radiant Tarot, then this is going to be your reading about your love life currently and where you're going to be at in about 3 months or a few months into the future. All right. So you can use this first part as an energy check-in just to see if you're resonating with, you know, what the current energy is around your love life, what's currently going on within your love life. So let's get going. All right, so for pile 2, those who chose the Black Obsidian, what's currently going on in their love life? What's the current energy of their love life? Five of Cups coming out first. The Queen of Cups, the Lovers. I just heard, I'd rather be a lover than a fighter, fighter. All this time I've been fighting, and I never got someone for me. 4 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Yeah, you guys, pile 2, really are sweethearts, okay? Like with this Queen of Cups and Lovers, I'm getting also like a very Venus energy coming through, but you guys may have water in your chart, but you guys are very in tune with harmony and love. Like you guys are just such emotional people, like such deep sense. You're very sensitive, beautiful people that really do not enjoy discord within your life, because you're so empathetic. You're very in touch with the emotions of the people around you and your own emotions, and so sometimes it can even be overwhelming for you, is what I'm getting. But let's get a little more. What's currently going on within your love life? The Sun. What's currently going on in pile 2's love life? 4 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to lay the cards and then I will begin channeling. 10 of Wands. Pile 2's love life, Judgment in reverse. Okay. King of Wands at the back of the deck in reverse as well. Okay. So I feel like I'm getting for this pile that you may have someone in mind specifically. Okay, so there could be a relationship. Either you are in this relationship or you are out of this relationship and still thinking about it is kind of what I'm picking up for you guys. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple more oracle cards just to really hone in on the energy as well. Okay, there may be some dysfunction within the current relationship that you're thinking about. It may be hard for you to, you're very loyal. You're someone who will carry a lot of weight in a relationship because you love someone, and you're someone who will fight for a relationship. And it's hard for you to see the negative side of a situation, especially when you love the person, even if you know logically that certain things are difficult about it. It's kind of like this energy of always letting people in. You're always going to let people in a way, or that's the way it feels, even if they've disappointed you. Childhood here. What's going on in pile 2's love life? We have move on and abundance. Self-care at the back of the deck as well. Okay. Okay. So I feel like there's maybe a certain person that you're having a hard time letting go of, and it may be that they've triggered childhood wounds within you. But there's a feeling of a certain relationship that we're thinking about where it's hard for you to let go of what could have been. I feel like with the sun here, you may be very sad about the current state of the relationship, and you may be feeling like you're carrying all the weight of the relationship too. Like, I feel like within this relationship we're talking about, I feel like you are the one who carries a lot of the weight and chooses to do that. And you're always sharing your energy with this person, and you're always willing to do that. But I feel like the truth of the connection is that it hasn't been very stable or nurturing towards you. But because of your loving nature, I feel like this is someone you've always been willing to look past discord with. But it has been a lot of work for you. And maybe certain times where you may have felt it would be better for you to close down to this person and kind of protect your own energy before this person's. You may have opened up to them, and you may continue to let them in sometimes, or it may be that it's hard for you to, there's a strong energy of just beautiful loving energy from you guys, pile 2, like this beautiful energy of just always wanting to see the love in the situation, always wanting to see the light in another person, always wanting to see what love could do to transform the situation. But I feel like there has been disappointment with this person, and I feel like you have gotten the short end of the stick. And I do feel like maybe this relationship is influenced by a childhood dynamic that you had with a parent, okay? You may be someone who at an early age, you may be also, sorry, let me finish that thought. I realize I can get a little chaotic in my channeling, but you maybe have had a parent where you had to be the parent at an early age, or you were the one who was trying to fix another person, or you may have seen the light in a parent that may have shown that they have certain issues, or they may not have treated you the best always, but you always saw the light in them and you always wanted to heal them. And you may have taken on burdens early on within your family dynamic. But you're someone who never lets, you have an innocence to you and a gentleness, and you're very connected with the divine, and you're very connected with principles of truth within that every person deserves love and deserves to be abundant. And no matter how much a person shows you that they are, have issues within themselves, you very much look past the issues is kind of what I'm getting. Because you know the spiritual truth, which is that person deserves love. But I feel like there's also an energy here of having to attune yourself to the harsher reality of Earth and the harsher reality of being in a current planet and world where certain people will drain you if you kind of refuse to look at the sad temporary truth of the situation. It isn't the ultimate truth, but it is something that needs to be acknowledged. And if someone is going to continue to act through fear and act through separation, it's kind of their journey to do that. And there's a need to not allow your energy to be, I guess I'm kind of going into more guidance for the current situation, but there is a need to allow yourself to accept the shadow of people and situations and the discord so you can direct yourself to more reciprocated and loving environments. Because I feel like sometimes you may be holding on to a certain connection or hoping, still having hope for it or seeing the light in it when there are clear signs that this has been draining for you or has taken away your power in some way. I get a sip of water. Yeah, so that's really what I'm picking up here. I want to see if I have anything else to say about it. Yeah, there's just, it feels like your current love life, you may be thinking about a specific person where it just feels like you would do anything for them, you know? And I just feel like they haven't always treated you with the same reciprocity. And you may, with this move on card, there may have been on and off with this person, or it may be in a time period where you guys aren't talking. But it's like you'll always think of this person in high regard, despite the issues that may have been present within the connection with that Four of Wands in reverse and the Judgment in reverse, because it's hard for you to see this person in a negative light because you love them. Yeah, but let's look into what's going to be going on within your love life in 3 months from now. We'll spend a little bit more time on that. I don't know why I keep saying 3 months, in the near future. For pile 2, where's your love life at in the near future? A few months from now, what's going on in pile 2's love life? 6 of Wands in reverse, the Hanged Man. Star in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Wands, Page of Wands, the Emperor, okay, the Tower in reverse. Page of Wands wanted to come out, so we're going to allow the Page of Wands to come out. All right, let me just straighten these guys out. Okay, beautiful. I like this. You want to know the song that's coming through my head? I like you, I do. I want to be your friend, go shopping in a Benz. I like you, I do. 8 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Okay, let me just... These cards are also a little finicky. For my last pile, they were. Okay, just get it straight, get it straight. I hate when I watch later on, I'm just like, oh, it wasn't straight. Okay, so for you guys, pile 2. A lot of growth is happening for you. And a lot of healing and understanding and revelation is coming to you by seeing the current situation. Sorry, I'm like still straightening these, for what it is, okay? And so kind of that disillusionment we were talking about just now, it feels like in 3 months from now, you've kind of surrendered to what you weren't seeing. Because we had the Page of Swords in reverse, and for me that sometimes can be that you're not really taking in the information that you're getting, or sometimes it can be that you're seeing things in one way, and so when you get information that contradicts that, you maybe ignore it, or you just don't, there's some confirmation bias or something like that. And I feel like you're getting clarity with the Six of Wands here in reverse, how there has been a lack of recognition for you with this person. And there has been a lack of victory. There's almost this energy of understanding that victory isn't always possible. Despite how much we love someone, despite how much we adore them and want to send them love, sometimes we understand that our healing and our path forward is to be found in an energy that we wished wasn't the case. And I feel like that is something that you are coming into understanding, because we have the Star here in reverse, and I feel like you're starting to realize that your healing and your potential and your hope really is within stepping more into your masculine energy here with the Emperor and stepping into manifesting your destiny as to what you really want. And we do have a happy ending here, which is really fun. So I just want to say it isn't all just kind of like difficulty. What I'm getting is that you're really starting to understand how you may have held back your need to insert boundaries and the need to see situations for what they are. Because I feel like with this page, the Queen of Swords is someone who cuts through to the truth of a situation and a person and really takes no prisoners. It is what it is, the Queen of Swords. And I feel like you're kind of understanding that you may have been avoiding a tower moment within a certain connection or in your perception of a person. Yeah, it's like you're seeing someone for really who they are instead of maybe what you hoped they would be. And so I feel like with the Star in reverse here, I also feel like this represents you no longer putting blind faith into someone or into a certain connection that wasn't in the physical showing you signs of growth and structure and promise. And so with the Emperor being here, you're kind of grounding yourself and bringing yourself to an understanding that, yes, we can have hope. And it's a beautiful energy to have, by the way, to be so hopeful and optimistic about people. But we do also have to be practical and level-headed and tuned into the 3D is what I would say. And I feel like you're understanding how you maybe have been looking at things one way with this Hangman, but then you flip it around and you're starting to see the other aspect of the situation. And you're starting to you're having a mental clarity or a realization about someone that's really, it's been a long time coming, but it's also freeing for you because it's like you're growing through this experience and you're letting a tower fall. You're letting your perception of a certain person, you're letting your hope for them dissipate, and you're letting the truth be the truth and not being tuned into a reality that isn't currently manifested, right? Because there are potentials that are real, but I feel like you're stepping much more into a practical energy regarding this connection. And I feel like with the Tower in reverse here, you may have seen this person you may have seen this person as your counterpart or someone that you were waiting for them to reflect the same emotional depth and capacity and love that you give. It's like you were waiting for this person to be that. But I feel like if anything, you are now in 3 months from now on a new journey with this Page of Wands to find that person. And you're coming into an acceptance that maybe what you built up this person to be was a potential version in your mind. And maybe there was a lack of logic and clarity around how you were seeing them. And I feel like you may be cutting off communication with this person, or you may be just slowing down the momentum of your thoughts of them and your energy towards them. And I feel like you're kind of no longer putting as much energy into this one person that you may have been really enamored by or fixated on, despite the fact that they didn't give you very much grounded energy or emotional, they didn't really match your emotional capacity. And I feel like you're someone with a really big, really strong emotional capacity. And so I feel like what this is going on right now is I feel like you're learning to step more into it's like you're balancing in the sword suit, like the logic and reason I feel like you're learning to balance that with your emotions. And I feel like with the King of Cups here, that's something you're learning and stepping into. Also is knowing how to honor your emotions, but also factor in the logical truth that is in front of you. And so you can take more directed and inspired action towards manifesting, towards creating a relationship perhaps that you've been wanting, but being more aligned with what the truth of the potential is of the people around you. Okay, I hope that makes sense. That was a little bit of a tongue twister there. But you're letting a tower fall that you've been holding on to. I feel like you've been holding on to a certain tower about this person, a certain belief about them or a hope about them. But now you're really surrendering to seeing things for what they are, and you're taking a more practical outlook on this specific connection or person, or it could just be people. Maybe you're even reevaluating people from your past too. So we have Spirit here. Yeah, and I feel like you're also integrating some guidance from Spirit. And with this Page of Wands, I'm getting that you are learning how to work with Spirit and understand that you're more in the driver's seat when you are more in touch with reality, and you can be more able to create what you want when you do recognize that, when you are balancing out your emotions with logic too. Yeah, we also have Romance. I feel like Spirit is bringing you also to a new romantic situation. And I also feel like there's this energy of, with this King of Cups being here and this Page of Wands, of you embarking on a new journey towards this more King of Cups energy. The way that you thought this person was, I feel like Spirit is going to be introducing you to some, as soon as you let this tower fall, it's like you're going to be introduced to someone who actually has those traits that you may have projected onto someone else. Because you deserve it, like 100%. I feel like for you guys, pal, too. Everyone deserves it, but all you needed was to change your reference also. So we also have move on, yeah. And so I do see you moving away from a certain connection, this one we've been talking about, so you can manifest someone who's spiritually aligned with you, someone who's on your level, and someone who balances you and mirrors you and matches you much better than this person. Yeah, we also have It Gets Better here. And so, yeah, I just feel like you're going to come to this realization that although it stings sometimes when people don't meet our expectations or what dream we had of them, you know, it opens the door to manifesting one that, even if it wasn't going to be that person, it doesn't mean that you can't have that opportunity given to you as well. So cool. I feel like, yeah, you're going to be letting your tower fall about someone you've been thinking about a lot right now. You're going to allow yourself to think of them in a new way. And it's going to actually really free you too, to manifest, to welcome this person in. Because I'm seeing this King of Cups as a person that is a new journey for you. It opens up the door to a new person coming in. As you let go of this person, Spirit will guide you to a romantic situation. We have Ripe Fruits. Yeah, and you're learning to figure out and discern situations. It's like, I feel like in the past, maybe with this person, you saw their tree and you were like, oh, in the future, they could blossom into these ripe fruits and it'd be perfect. But I feel like you're learning to look with the Emperor's energy, look at what is right in front of you for what it is, and determine whether or not that is an opportunity or it is not, you know? And I feel like you're not going to be overthinking into it and kind of projecting this feeling that they could be that, but they're not yet. And so it's like you're learning to go where the harvest has actually occurred. Yeah, Rainbow Transference. And you're learning that it's like you're learning to give your beautiful energy to someone that will receive it and give it back to you with that Rainbow Transference there. Because you have such a beautiful energy about you, and there are a lot of people that will mirror this with you and appreciate it. And you don't need to, you're recognizing that you don't need to, that it doesn't serve you to hold on to a certain situation. And the Hangman also talks about sacrifice and surrender. Yeah, someone soon also. And I do feel like, there's this energy of you moving away from waiting for someone to come in for you that is what you want, and realizing that there are opportunities right in front of you. It's like you don't have to be constantly in this waiting stage, like waiting for someone to turn into what you You know what like Spirit just gave me was like the Prince and the Frog. It's like you are in love with a frog, and it's like you're like, but maybe I'll turn them into a prince when I kiss them or something. And it's like you're just gonna get a prince instead of needing to entertain frogs. Yeah, because we have ungrateful daughter and earthly mother, and so I feel like you may have been giving your energy to someone that really couldn't appreciate it and reciprocate it. And Spirit is trying to guide you, guide your energy into places where it's going to progress your what you really want, right? And I feel like with the Eight of Wands here, it's like you're redirecting your energy. You're not giving so much energy to situations that only have promise. You're instead seeing things for what they are. And you're going to be manifesting and I also am seeing that you will be, as soon as you kind of recognize that you don't have to wait, it's just going to appear right in front of you, a new person. Yeah, that's a fun one. I really like that. All right, I'm going to get some of these Love Yourself Oracle cards. What energy are we stepping into, Spirit? It says, I forgive myself for not trusting my ability to provide for myself or my loved ones. I choose to believe that life constantly supports and guides me, sharing with me the potential to effortlessly receive what I need in every moment. Yeah, and so you may be waiting because maybe you don't see how abundant you are, or you don't see what you can receive. You may not see how much you give to people too. I feel like you don't even realize how much energy and support you give to people when you're in their life. And understand you give more than enough. And if someone doesn't reciprocate it, it's not because you weren't giving enough or it's reflecting your value. It's more that there's a need to allow yourself to be guided to places that will reciprocate that energy. It says, I forgive myself for overindulging in an attempt to decrease my discomfort and placate my impatience. Yeah, and so you may be sometimes allowing yourself to fantasize or allowing yourself to kind of engage in wishful thinking that maybe isn't the healthiest, but it's kind of a way to, like it says, placate your impatience. It says, I choose to believe that discomfort is a sign that the growth I have been striving for is underway and I am exactly where I need to be. And then also, I forgive myself for thinking I know what should be happening. I choose to believe that life operates through a more intricate intelligence which is available to me and is tirelessly working behind the scenes to bring me to my dreams. Yeah, and so you may be holding on to the idea of manifesting a relationship through this certain person, but Spirit's saying, you're opening up your field of potential and possibilities and surrendering your will to Spirit's will too, which is amazing and beautiful. So good for you. Amazing. All right, now let's go into some advice for you overall from Spirit, whatever else they feel like you need to hear right now. All right. Okay, which card? I'm trying to remember what I used. I think I used this one first. I don't remember. All right, what does pile 2 need to hear right now? What does pile 2 really need to hear? It says growing up. Wanting to grow and experience rejection of perpetual youth. Yeah, it's like you are there. I was getting that. It's like you're really growing. I feel like you are leveling up, and it's almost like you're ready to stop living in a fantasy. Even if it is better there, it's almost like the energy of make-believe and feeling. I dealt with this a lot, so I just want to say I totally resonate with this pile, but there's this stage that happens where we start to decide that we want to be more responsible for what we're creating, and we're not going to live in La La Land anymore, which I very much am well acquainted with La La Land. So keep going and keep understanding that this is a growth process for you. And it's like, it just feels like you're really maturing in the way you perceive connections and yourself and other people. We also have find the lesson, discover the purpose in a situation, trust that you are learning. Yeah, and there's this big thing about you learning and Spirit's wanting to tell you that this discomfort and disappointment that may have come from the situation really was not meant to hurt you. It was meant to teach you, and the situation is a teacher for you right now. And keep keep getting to the bottom of it and deciphering what you're meant to learn. There's a need to slow down and look at the situation from a different perspective and ask yourself what it's teaching you. And I feel like that's exactly what you're going to be doing. But since you're not in your future self yet, I feel like this is just talking to your current self. But I do see you in the future doing this. Deciding to not live in any fantasy of what you thought this person was going to be and kind of understanding what this person taught you. It's time to be brave and aloha healing. Yeah. And you may be comforted by the projections you have on this person. But I feel like Spirit's saying in order to heal, there is a need to kind of face, reality for what it is. And they're encouraging you to know that you're ready for this. You're ready to learn this lesson, and you're ready to leave this chapter where there's almost this energy of innocence leading to potentially being taken advantage of, or it's almost like you don't necessarily see the bad in others, and maybe because you don't want to see it, which I totally understand, but I feel like you're kind of coming into grounding yourself and seeing things from a more balanced perspective. We have everything will be okay, so Spirit wants to tell you that. And I also got it gets better too, and you will see the purpose in this, and you won't be feeling perpetually disappointed. We have hiding here in reverse. Yeah, and you may just be feeling overwhelmed by your emotions, and you may not want to, this situation may be overwhelming for you, and I feel like Spirit's saying to not judge the emotions that you have about this person and know that they're all valid and there's no need to feel embarrassed. We have body as a house. Yeah, it's like you're learning to take care of yourself, and Spirit's encouraging you to do that. We also have dependency and ungrateful daughter and earthly mother. So I feel like what Spirit is saying, you may have really liked this person because you felt like they could provide you some sort of sense of security. But I feel like this person couldn't really fully appreciate you in all your glory, and there was a need to let go of any sort of dependence you feel on them because maybe you feel like you aren't able to handle your own self. But I feel like you're coming into this time period of being more secure within your ability to, with this masculine energy, protect yourself and know that you don't need to give up your, you don't have to give up your truth, or you don't need to find security in other people and other things, because you have the potential for that within yourself. And ask yourself if a part of the reason why you feel so drawn to this person is you feel like they could give you some sort of security, and you may, or not idolize, but like romanticize that aspect of it. But I feel like Spirit's saying you can take care of yourself and you can handle these emotions you're going through right now. And it's almost like this person, because it's almost like you could grow dependency on them, even though they aren't necessarily showing reciprocation, because you may be feeling afraid of your emotions or afraid of holding your own self right now. And I feel like Spirit's saying this is a lesson you're meant to learn, and you are capable of it. Okay. What else does pile 2 need to hear? It says play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Yeah, and Spirit's also saying this doesn't mean you have to get really serious in life, or doesn't mean that you're losing your innocence or losing your, you're not losing anything. You're really building upon yourself. And this doesn't mean you have to be no fun and games anymore. It's just more about balancing your childlike energy with knowing that you are capable of protecting yourself. But it doesn't mean there's no more fun or something like that, because I feel like that's something that's coming through. You may love to live on the happy side of life, and so it may be difficult for you to kind of integrate, the more difficult truths here, the more difficult, the disappointment that you may feel about this person and the situation, and wishing better for people, It says, I forgive myself for rushing to get to an imagined endpoint and neglecting to enjoy what is already mine in the process. I choose to believe that every season of my life serves a purpose, and I give myself permission to accept and celebrate the timeline life has lovingly created for me. Yeah, you may be feeling like you should be at a different point in life, or you should be, you want to be at some sort of outcome, but Spirit's wanting you to feel all the emotions you're feeling and know that they're part of your growth, and they're here for a reason, and they have messages for you. It says, I forgive myself for not pursuing what I truly desire just because I do not know how to get there. I choose to believe that when I make an effort to decide what I want and commit to fulfilling my desires, the most effortless path will gradually appear. Yeah, and you may be feeling right now like you don't know how to operate in the 3D or something, or you may be, are these relevant? I don't know. But anyways, for not pursuing what I truly desire just because I did not know how to get there, you may be, it's like you're stepping more into your masculine energy and realizing you are capable of taking practical action towards your dreams, and you don't need to be protected by someone else, and you don't need someone to fill that masculine role, because you can build that masculinity within yourself, and that masculinity is very self-assured and protective of your inner child, okay? And I feel like there is a vulnerable inner child here, you know, and a sense of disappointment too. And what I did read, yeah, so also this one came out. I forgive myself for taking the safe path others have suggested instead of trusting my own unique journey. And you may be relying on this person because you feel like they could give you guidance, or you just aren't feeling safe in your own path and walking it alone. And I feel like you may still want, you know, the protection of like a guardian or something like that. And I feel like Spirit's saying, fly free. You'll be safe. You'll be good. It says, I choose to believe that I am exactly where I need to be, and it is never too late to begin exploring the spaces in which I feel the most vibrant and free. You are safe to do that. You are safe to pursue what you want to pursue. And don't understand that having intense emotions or having having difficulty with your emotions isn't shameful, and we all experience emotions too. And I did get you're very sensitive, so so am I. So I'm just saying, know that this is not a weakness of yours, and allow yourself to feel the emotions without judging yourself too. And try to stay lighthearted in this process of healing as well. But yeah, that's what I have for you, pile 2. If this resonated, please do hit the like button. It really supports my videos and my channel. So thank you to all of you that have been doing that. Leave a comment if you want to, and make sure you subscribe so you see my next pick a card reading. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'm sending you lots of love. Hello, pile 3. If you chose the clear quartz heart and the Apparition Tarot, then this is going to be your reading, where we are looking at what's currently going on in your love life and what is it going to look like in 3 or a few months from now. All right, let's get right into it. So what is the current energy of pile 3's love life? What are they currently experiencing within their love life? Okay, I'm not going to take that one. I just felt like that was not meant to be. All right, pile 3, Spirit. What's their love life? What's currently going on within their love life? I might give it another shuffle. I feel like it needs it. All right, what's currently going on? Pile 3's love life. All right, we have the Magician. The 10 of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Wait, this is such a cute Page of Pentacles. Look at this little smiling cloud. Pile 3's love life. What's the energy? Page of Wands. I feel like you're wanting to manifest a new beginning that within love right now. That with the Queen of Wands in reverse as well. Yeah, it's like you want to manifest and you want to be magnetic right now is what I'm getting. You're wanting to manifest a relationship with someone that you spend the rest of your life with. And I feel like you're wanting to create a legacy with someone. You want a very stable and successful future with someone. But I feel like you're kind of confused as to what avenues to go down to create these new starts or new opportunities. And you may feel like you're kind of currently in your head about it, or it's like you want a new beginning in love. Maybe you're not feeling super emotionally satisfied right now within your love life. And it's kind of like this energy of maybe sometimes feeling like you don't know, maybe sometimes lacking confidence a little bit about how to attract that, what avenue to go down. King of Cups in reverse. The Tower. I don't know, I just said it like that. Okay. The Ten of Wands in reverse as well. Okay, and you may have just also had sort of an emotionally unfulfilling relationship with someone. Maybe you thought this connection was going to be much more stable and emotionally fulfilling than it was. Yeah, you may have even had your hopes up about a certain connection with this King of Cups here and the Queen of Cups. Someone you definitely maybe saw as a divine counterpart or someone that you would have had this legacy with. But it feels like this relationship I feel like you've had something kind of crumble, something you had your hopes up for, something that you maybe even put like a good amount of work into or thought, or you may have really wanted it to work out with the Magician here too. But I feel like it just didn't really play out in the 3D in the way you wanted it to, or in reality. And so I feel like this kind of has left you feeling a little bit like, you know, lacking a little bit of confidence that you will achieve this Ten of Pentacles love life that you're really wanting. And it just feels like this last relationship, yeah, it feels like either it's crumbling as we speak, or it's something in your recent past. Someone that you definitely felt like it was going to build into something better than it did. Sorry, there was a noise in my house. But I feel like now you are wanting a new avenue, and you're hoping that there's still kind of potential in your life to manifest this, but there's this energy of feeling the disappointment of a last situation and not wanting to repeat that. Not wanting to put all your, what's the word for that? Put all of your, I don't know why I'm hearing acorns and something. It's not acorns. Like put all of your something in one hat. You guys will have to let me know, but put all of your, you know, all of your, okay, all of your, you know, hope or all of your energy into one person, all of your into one hat. Okay, all of your eggs into one basket. Yeah. Yeah. You kind of maybe learned that the hard way. Maybe you had higher expectations for someone and they may have emotionally disappointed you. And you may have really thought that this was the beginning or the seed that was going to grow into this Ten of Pentacles situation. And then it just simply wasn't what you thought it was. And now you're confused or potentially not sure how to recognize a good opportunity from a bad opportunity, or an opportunity that isn't going to manifest. You may just be kind of doubting yourself a little bit now and feeling a little bit like this was a setback. And it's like you want your spark back. You want to keep fighting for this, but I do feel like something has kind of lowered your trust in manifesting, or trust in getting what you want, kind of. What you're imagining. I feel like this group has a very specific like dream when it comes to a relationship. I feel like you want the whole 10 acres. I'm like having no sense with what my sayings, but you have this vision of, you're passionate about it too. You're passionate about creating a legacy with someone and settling down and kind of having this like home together and like decorating the house together. And maybe being a parent or something like that. Doesn't have to be the case, but you have this idea and you feel like it keeps crumbling, or with one relationship it crumbled. What else is currently the energy? We have good things. It's like, how do I make sure that I am following the right signs I want to lead myself to good things, but I'm kind of concerned that I don't know how to figure out with the gallery of those who came before. It's like you want something different than what you've experienced in your love life already. You don't want to, you're wanting to find the connection, and you're wanting to find a connection with someone that really inspires you. And it's like you want to know how to present yourself maybe within relationships, or you want to know what message you're giving off to other people and why that's creating the results that it's creating. And so you may be interested with the Page of Wands here in learning more about like confidence, or learning more about how to attract the right person or attract a good situation is kind of what I'm getting. Hopefully that makes sense. It's also like about how to decipher other people's words well, and make sure that you are not misleading yourself or not being misled by another person. There's an energy of kind of with the Messenger here. It's like you're wanting to work on your communication, or how you're interpreting other people, how you're communicating with others. It almost feels like that has to do with your love life or your current thoughts about it. You want to know how you can effectively... Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hang on one second. I'm not going to answer. I just want to, I have to put my thing on Do Not Disturb. Okay, sorry. That just interrupted my train of thought there. But anyways, let's keep going with you guys. Pile 3, what the current energy is. Anyway, no, I think I was in the middle of a point. What I'm saying is, it's like you want to really connect really well. You want to find a connection where there's good communication. You guys are on the same page. You're able to build each other up. And so you guys can build this dream that you're looking for. And I just feel like maybe in the past, you feel like you've been on different pages with people and you didn't know that. You want to make sure you're on the same page. It's funny how there are pages too. It's like you want to, it's like communication's important to you, and having a mutual agreement on what you want to create is very important, because it's like you want to avoid miscommunication in your connections. And yeah, that's what I'm kind of feeling. Because maybe there was this one experience that you had where it's like you thought you're on the same page, and you kind of realized maybe that wasn't the case. Yeah. What's currently going on in pile 3's love life? Begin. Yeah, you're looking for a new beginning is what I'm getting. Yeah, we have truth, connect. Yeah, it's about finding a true connection, a very genuine connection. We also have rest here. So I feel like you're currently in this place of, and then we also have boundaries at the back of the deck. I feel like you're wanting to manifest a connection, a new beginning right now, where your truth in your heart aligns with their truth, and you guys very much are able to like connect. You know, you want to find someone that's very much on your level, and you just don't want to end up in a situation where they're not on your page, basically. And I feel like with rest here, it is telling me that you are recovering from this tower moment or some sort of situation that ended up being disappointing. And you're just very dedicated to not recreate the same situation that you had already experienced within your love life. Cool. So let's look into what's going to be going on in your love life in 3 months from now. Definitely interested to see what comes through. All right, what is going on in pile 3's love life 3 months from now? What is the energy? One more shuffle for good measure. All right, 3 months from now, please. Or a few months from now, around then. Beautiful. All right, 6 of Pentacles here with the 3 of Wands. Page of Cups. Oh my God, you guys, this is so cute. The energy is cute, honestly. The Three of Pentacles. Yes, you guys, pile 3, I'm really into your energy. Really into what's changing for you, what's coming in. And then we had 10 of Cups there as well. Wow. Okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep getting some more. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Beauty. I love that. The Lovers in reverse. Cool. Three of Swords and literally this is such a, like, I'm excited for you guys, pile 3. 3 months from now, please. What is the energy of their love life? I'm hearing inner child healing too. Knight of Cups. Wow. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position at the back of the deck. Okay. So for you guys, pile 3. Wow, I'm like super excited. I love when the message is positive. Like, obviously I want the message to be positive, but you always have to say it how it is. But this is a message I'm very excited to get. So I feel like for you guys, pile 3, you are really leaving a chapter behind where you weren't receiving what you deserved, where the give and take in relationships wasn't equal. And from situations that left you out in the cold, this is in reverse. So this energy that you feel like you may have been left in, or you may have felt abandoned, or, you know, not cared for really, or tossed aside by someone. You're really stepping out of this energy and you're proceeding into the 6 of Pentacles, which is all about abundance and receiving. And so you're finally understanding, you're stepping into this energy of deciphering with this 3 of Wands. You're waiting for a situation. With the Lovers in reverse, you're willing to wait for the right offers and the right person. You're waiting to receive love that's really coming from a genuine place and is coming from, not from a place of lack, but coming from genuine love. And with the 3 of Wands here, it's like you're dedicated to waiting for that offer or you're not going to take it. And because of that dedication that you're giving outward to the universe, that's exactly what you get. And I feel like I also want to go into this 3 of Swords in reverse. You're releasing some sort of inner wound that you have, potentially about not feeling like you deserve love, or maybe you felt in the past that you would try to get what you could, you know? It's almost like this energy of maybe getting yourself into situations that didn't end up the way you wanted because maybe you took the first offer, or you were afraid that you weren't going to get another offer, so you took what was there. And so there was kind of this scarcity mindset within your approach to love that may have came from inner wounds, inner child wounds with the Page of Cups here. But I feel like you're really healing that. And you are now having the patience and discernment to wait for the right ships to come in, because you know there will be a better offer. And so there's this energy with this Knight of Pentacles in reverse of no longer, if someone isn't going to be taking the right actions towards you, you're really not going to be entertaining that. And if someone's taking too long or to fulfill their promises to you, or they're not really following up on their words, you're no longer afraid of losing that person, or you're not acting from a wounded place where you feel like you want to cling on because who knows if there'll be something better. It's like you're stepping into knowing that you will be given abundance. And so beautiful, we have the Knight of Cups here with the 3 of Pentacles. And so exactly what you wanted to manifest, which is this energy of camaraderie and like mutual, like teamwork almost. It's almost like there was that energy of teamwork coming through with something you wanted. You want to make sure you're on the same page as someone, and you want to make sure you guys would work well so you guys can build together. And I feel like with this and this Page of Cups can also talk about a new love offer as well. With the Knight of Cups, it's definitely coming in for you, this new opportunity with someone. Because you've done this healing, and because you're no longer making decisions about love coming from a fear of not having enough or not getting the right offer, or you know, basically that, you're manifesting in this collaborative love opportunity that feels like it's really has a lot of potential, because you guys will be able to work so well together. 3 of Pentacles is all about good communication and working well with others. Like, this is my card that talks about like literally teamwork, just being open communication, good communication. You're gonna manifest someone in who's very much going to be offering their love to you. It's not going to be confusing to figure out what their intentions are, because you guys will have such good communication to talk about it, and you're going to feel safe to open up to this person, and you're going to be letting go of fears of repeating the same situation, because you know that you've been doing the discerning work with this Three of Wands, because you're willing to pass up an option that you know isn't your worth or isn't offering you what you deserve. So you will be open to this opportunity when it comes in, because there is very clearly something coming in for you. Because you've been doing that healing. You've been doing that inner healing with that Three of Swords in reverse. And the Five of Pentacles, you're really releasing a scarcity mentality and embracing an abundant mentality, knowing that it is coming to you, you know? Right, in 3 months from now, Spirit. Yeah, we have Slimy in the Messenger. You're getting much better at deciphering through who has good intentions and who's acting in this energy that's kind of shady or really not having your best interest in mind. And with the Messenger here, it's like you are starting to ask for what you want really early on too. And you're very clear about your boundaries, and you're very clear about what you want, you know? And so I feel like there's this energy of you speaking up for yourself too. Yeah, we have left out to the wolves in reverse. You are becoming aware of the types of energies that are going to offer you love, or the types of people that are just going to abandon you. Because we have left out in the wolves. That was what I was getting for the Five of Pentacles. And it's like you're releasing it and you're no longer accepting it. You're no longer accepting love offers that aren't coming from a genuine place, the slimy energy. And you're becoming much better at discerning what's for you. We also have spirits to guide you here. And I feel like what this is saying is you're really listening to the guidance you're getting about people and maybe a certain person. And I feel like you're really trusting that spirit will guide you to the right opportunity. All right, let's get one more of these. 3 months from now, please. We also have Weight of the Truth. And this tells me that you're doing a lot of healing about the people. You may be journaling too. Spirit may be also like encouraging you to journal about people that have wronged you in the past, because it's like you're clearing out this the energy ties that you had to people that left you in the cold or hurt your confidence or caused you emotional pain, you know, the wounds that you're carrying with you. Because the Three of Swords can talk about those pains that we're carrying with us, and there's this energy of you releasing it. And because you're releasing it, it's freeing your inner child. Yeah. And then we have shared tenderness at the back of the deck. And so it's opening your heart, and it is causing you to have more trust in opening your heart to people, because I feel like you may have closed down your heart because of wounds due to people really not having the best energy towards you, and maybe leaving you out in the cold, really not giving you what you deserve. And you're letting go of that pain so you can step into more abundance. So you can receive more abundance is what I'm getting. We have endurance. Grieve. Yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of emotional processing, but it's really going to pay off is what I'm getting. We have it gets better. So Spirit's saying, yes, it's going to be hard to process these actions of these people who really haven't come to you from a place of love and have maybe caused you to doubt how much you deserve love. But Spirit's saying you're going to get through this. Keep pushing through this, because it does get better here. The more you heal, so you're healing your heart, honestly, by processing your emotions and processing the truth of what happened, but also not letting it, also seeing the higher truth and everything, where yes, these people, it is really sad that certain people have treated you with this really harsh energy, honestly, where you had good intentions and then they did not reciprocate them. And instead of kind of waiting for these people or wanting an apology for them, I really feel like you're giving yourself closure on this. Yeah, and then we also have self-care here too. Yeah. And then we have choice at the back of the deck. And I also feel like what Spirit's saying is you're starting to become more aware of the choice you do have of the people you allow in your life. And the more you take care of yourself and work on your inner wounds, the more you're attracting love into your life. And the more options you're going to have too. Yeah, really good stuff is what I'm picking up on. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. You know, I just got the idea, so I'm going to, if I can find the deck really quick. I have like a Lover's Oracle. I just feel like it just came to my mind, so I feel like I'm being guided to use it if I can find it. I found it. Okay. I also feel like you're no longer waiting on people that have never treated you well. That's another thing. All right, let's get one of these Lover's Oracle. I just feel like this is like the vibe. Kind of wish I got this for the other piles. All right, what's going on with pile 3 in 3 months from now? I haven't touched this deck in a while, so maybe I guess it's a little slow to. Right. We may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will be revealed. 100%. So through this turmoil, through this difficulty that you've had in love in the past, and through reflecting on why that had nothing to do with you, but also processing the emotions attached so you can grieve it, spend your time grieving these situations. But there's a new blessing coming in, which I really do feel like is a new opportunity. That's exactly what you've been looking for. And it comes from the work that you'll be doing. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong choice. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Yeah, and so I did feel like there was this energy of you feeling like you're concerned about how you discern opportunities, or you may really have some regrets of the decisions you've made, or you may be kind of making yourself feel like you've made the wrong decision in the past about people, but Spirit's really trying to give you comfort and understanding that all of those choices you made were the ones you're meant to make, and it was meant to bring you to further understanding of yourself and your relationships with other people, and to not beat yourself up about previous choices you've made. We also have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. Ooh, I wonder if this is a friend or something. It says friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Interesting. Ooh, I wonder if it's someone that you already know or work with, or someone that you already, that could just be for some of you. Like, I don't want to like imprint on you guys too much, but I feel like there is a potential that you may already be friends with this person or work with this person in some capacity, but it may be that the relationship just grows. For some of you guys, but that doesn't really have to be the case. Okay, so now we're going to go into what advice Spirit has for you right now, apart from what we just went over. Whatever you need to hear, just some additional advice from Spirit and some guidance. Becoming braver. Another pile also got this, by the way. I think all 3 piles might have got this actually. Becoming braver, resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. Yeah, I definitely feel like through your resilience and through your experiences and the maybe wrong moves you've taken, it's like it's building your, it's really giving you a fresh perspective that's very much going to be in your favor and allowing you to manifest more easily when it comes to love. And Spirit's almost saying keep going and understand these experiences that you've been having that maybe haven't been the most fun to go through, have been teaching you and have been making you a stronger person, have been expanding your perspective. We have no need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. Yeah, and there is this energy of maybe doubting your power or doubting your, because we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, which Queen of Wands is someone who's very much in their energy, very proud, like very fiery and not afraid. And I feel like Spirit's saying, have courage and know that you are much stronger than you think. And don't let other people make you feel small or make you feel invalid within you standing up more into your worth and standing up for yourself. Because I feel like there will be some standing up for yourself coming soon, coming to you soon, pile 3. And I do feel like you are getting a fresh perspective on what's happened. And I feel like you are stepping into seeing how you weren't, like, situations may have just hurt your confidence. And I almost just feel like you're going to be undoing that. What else does pile 3 need to hear? A time for Spirit. Yeah, you're going to be, Spirit's saying, really take time to contemplate, to journal, do scripting, connect with your spirit guides if you do that, meditate, because I feel like a lot of insight is going to come through that and a lot of emotional healing. We also have count your blessings. And so I feel like what Spirit's saying is don't allow what's happened in this past situation to cause you to go into a lack mentality or cause you to not believe in your ability to manifest new opportunities that will bring what you're hoping for. And it's one of those situations where we need to not allow what's happened to turn us into, we're really needing to turn away from a lack mentality. Even if bad things have happened, there's a need to understand that said a lot less about you and what you deserve and a lot more about those people. And so with this voodoo in blue back off, there is a situation that you're really needing to put some hard boundaries in with and to not be afraid to do it. There may be a certain situation, I feel like you know what I'm talking about, or maybe in the past you didn't put in boundaries in certain moments and you may be regretting that. But Spirit's saying do not be afraid to stand up for yourself and to put harsh boundaries in. Know that you very much are deserving of doing that. And don't be afraid of other people's reactions. You're being guided to step up into a more protective energy of yourself. Regardless of what other people want, it's very much time for you. If someone isn't getting the message, sometimes you really have to be like a little bit like, you know, assertive. I don't want to say aggressive, but sometimes being assertive is a good thing. We also have love is strange here too at the back of the deck, which is making me feel like there's someone, this talks about a card where it's like someone you maybe wouldn't have thought is your type ends up being someone that you have a relationship with or someone that you fall in love with. And so I feel like there's some like foreshadowing as to the person that's coming in for you being someone maybe you didn't expect to like in that way. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, what other cards do I want to get for this? Advice for pile 3, please. Trust in your path. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? And you are supported, by the way. Spirit's saying let your spirit team support you too in making these changes and know you're not alone when you're standing up for yourself. It says, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Literally exactly what I'm picking up on. You're very divinely protected right now and you are being supported. Even if it's not in the physical realm, know that when you're making these decisions that may feel isolating to you, take those risks because you're very much supported right now and you will be rewarded for this as well. And it says, leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. So do something you've been afraid of doing, put a boundary in that you have not put in yet. Do what's right and what your heart has been telling you and what your intuition has been telling you. And you're going to flawlessly end up where you're supposed to be. And I see it a very good place, a much better place in three months from now, honestly. And your spirit team is proud of you. Oh my gosh. It says, I forgive myself for walking back my attempts to communicate my desires when met with resistance. I choose to believe there is always room for varying perspectives and resistance is a natural component of growth. Yeah, there's something there's some advocating you need to do for yourself. And there's a need to not, if you put a boundary in or you put a need in, there's a need to make it a hard line, a hard ask. Because There may be people around you that will push you around or not take it seriously, but then you have to take it seriously. It says, I forgive myself for thinking that I need an apology to validate the way I feel before I'm allowed to move forward. I choose to believe that although my perspective is not shared by all, the way I feel is legitimate and it is safe to move on without proof. Yeah, you're going to be giving yourself your own closure for these situations. Okay, last one. It says, I forgive myself for expecting others to be for me what I have found difficult to be for myself. I choose to believe that when I patiently allow myself to explore and embody all aspects of my potential, I may access my divine strength and wisdom. Yeah, there's some people that you thought you maybe needed, but you're just really going to be stepping up into your own power too. Also, this is another one. I forgive myself for internalizing other perceptions of me as reflective of what must be true about me. And I feel like there are people that have projected a less than positive idea of I feel like people have hurt your self-esteem, you know, and I feel like Spirit's saying that means nothing about you, and that was kind of coming through. So it says, I choose to believe that only I can really know what I hold in my heart, and it is safe to self-validate when external validation is not readily available. So yeah, I feel like you're really just going to be going into your own energy and no longer letting people have power over you or waiting on their okay or validation to make certain moves in life or believe in yourself. It's like you're very much connecting with your inner self and your higher self, and you're strengthening yourself for that. And I do see you putting in boundaries with people, standing up for yourself and not going back on it. So good job, pile 3. You're doing amazing. I really enjoyed reading for you. Thank you so much for listening. If you can like this video, if it resonated, it really supports my channel, my videos, so thank you for doing that. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss my next reading, and I hope to see you in a future video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'm excited for you. What's coming?